Basically, when I was having real life sex, I struggled to get wet. And I was just like, what is this? Like, when I'm watching porn, I get really wet. Why now, when I'm having actual sex, why can't I?
Brown girls do it too.
One time I was scrolling and I saw a thumbnail, like you said, of an Indian woman. And I was like, oh my God, no! And it shocked me because I was like, oh my God, no, I can't. These people aren't part of the fantasy that I've created.
Yeah.
And then I started to feel so terrible about what my fantasy said about me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all it's the drip effect over years and years of what you've become accustomed to, right? Like if you'd seen that when you first that magazine that you were presented with after your lunch at school, if that had been Brown Jugs, your sort of porn, and would have been very, you would have been informed by very different porn.
And I wish that was something that turned me on more. I wish like the kind of brown female body thing was something that turned me on more, because like I should feel turned on by my own body and other brown women's bodies.
Oh, I was massively turned on by white bodies only, because I hated that too. That's the only thing that we
and black
come
bodies
on
actually.
and black bodies, but mostly
because they're really overly sexualized in all of our media. There is this market that perhaps you and I should delve into of people like me and you who grew up watching Bollywood, found it titillating, and if we could kind of re-empower the Bollywood scenes, so sexy sorry in the rain, hot would be amazing. If it ended in sex, that would be really, really hot, but with nice lighting, prime lenses,
yeah, of course,
and consent.
Yes,
brown girls do it too. Doing porn, watch out for that.
Oh my God, it's gonna drop.
Why don't you tell us about your love-hate relationship with porn?
Yes. So when I was 12 and I first started watching it, I had a lot of love for porn. I kind of looked at it and I just loved every second when I first started watching it. I started watching it at 12 because that's when I first got a laptop of my own, and it was probably one of the first things I typed in was sex, like any good 12-year-old.
I love how you typed in sex. I think I typed in weather. Loser. Sorry, go on.
That's a loser. And then so from then I basically would sneak off to my room and watch it every day, and wank obviously, and it was basically just a love relationship with it up until I was about 15, 16. So I hadn't had any kind of sexual contact with guys. I hadn't kissed anyone at the age of 16. So my only interaction, or kind of my only sexual experience, I guess, was with porn and with myself. So it was my release, and it was I felt like I needed it at that age. It was like a good thing. And that's what it felt like. And then when I was 16, I got my first boyfriend and had my first kiss and first actual sexual experience. And I still was watching it, actually, just at the beginning of my relationship. And it was only when it was like a process of elimination. Basically, when I was having real life sex, I struggled to get wet. And I was just like, what is this? Like, when I'm watching porn, I get really wet. Why now, when I'm having actual sex, why can't I? And I wanted to have sex, like the impulse was there, but it's like my body was like, nah, this is not as interesting as 10 tabs. I mean, like, this is, what is this? This one skinny guy in front of me. And usually I've got like 10 different options going on from 10 different countries. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like my body was just like, nah.
Brown girls do it too.